Hi, thank you for joining me again. I would like to dedicate Thursdays to be kind of like a throwback Thursday to talk about lessons I've learned as a manager and as an instructor. And today's topic, I'd like us to focus on understanding what it means to go with your gut and when there are some good opportunities to do so, in whether you're getting hired as an instructor at a new club or you are hiring someone to work with you and your team at a club. I'd first like to talk about what your gut instinct is. So I did a little research before doing this video because I've learned so much over the year to really learn to go with my gut instinct. And it turns out that actually there's a psychological element of the gut instinct, and then there's kind of a physiological element to that gut instinct. So the psychological element is that based on the experiences we've had over time, our gut tends to be more and more accurate, which makes sense. We may have had a poor experience in some ways, and we don't want to do that again. It reminds us of that, some elements of our decision making. So there's a psychological element, and then the physiological element to the gut instinct is found in babies from when they're really, really little, that having that instinct to do certain things or how to survive in a certain way. And some of them can be called kind of reflexes, but that's a science, a little bit of the science I've looked behind it, and how it's kind of like our fight or flight response, and people who've had maybe a traumatic past actually have a hindered ability to understand their gut instinct because they're not as confident in their decision making, which is interesting to me as well. So as far as how this applies to group fitness, as a manager, I know I tend to use it to apply for sure when I'm basically making decisions about the department or within the department when it comes to hiring or creating a new program. And something I have to remember as far as going with my gut instinct is that I don't have to do something immediately. So it's important to also listen to my gut, but to also give myself time to kind of process what is my gut saying, what are the benefits, what are the pros, what are the cons to hiring someone or making a decision about a program. As far as hiring someone, there are 3 questions I like to ask myself now that I've hired quite a few instructors that have been a big part of my team. The first question I ask myself is, why am I hiring this person? And why do I feel the need to hire this person? And I need to understand to myself, is it because I really need this person right now? Like I'm in a desperate situation. I need a cycling instructor today. Making decisions out of in a desperate state are obviously not going to be the best decisions. So I try to identify if I'm in that position. But if I really feel like this instructor is going to be valuable to my team and to my department, then I'm going to answer that question myself in a different way. Why would I be interested in hiring this person? And then I also want to ask myself, would I enjoy my time with this person as a manager, and would my instructors enjoy their time with this person? Because I see, even though we have so many departments here at Pro Sports Club, from yoga to Pilates to cycling to private instruction to group instruction to small group instruction to 65 plus people, they all do get to see each other and get to know each other at some level, and hopefully they're taking each other's classes. And so I want to make sure that I'm hiring people who are going to fit the mold and really hopefully create a good relationship with the rest of my team. Because I've made mistakes in hiring, and when that happens, there's definitely kind of a disconnect, and it definitely throws off the whole experience for the instructors who work here and potentially even the members who take classes. So I want to know, would I enjoy being with this person, and would my team enjoy being with this person? And are they, of 4 characteristics, do they have all 4 of these characteristics? They have to have all of these in my book in order to be hired for my department. Are they coachable? Are they patient? Are they compassionate? And my number 1 reason for hiring someone is, are they nice? I've found that over the experience, I've had a better gut feeling about a certain instructor. After meeting with them for the first 15 minutes or so, I can identify if I'm going to hire them or not. And it's usually based on what they tell me in the first interview, or what they even may act like in that first interview. I've had people start an interview off with negative comments about other instructors and other managers at other clubs, and it definitely kind of shows me what may be ahead in my future if I were to hire this person. So I tend to feel my gut start tingling at that point and telling me what I should be thinking and what really, if this person's really going to fit with my team. So I looked for those 4 things. Again, that was coachable, patience, because teaching requires patience, compassionate, and being nice. And those are also things that you can't train anybody on. How do you train someone to be a nice person, to be a compassionate person? They have to just kind of come with that ability in what they do every day. When it comes to creating new programs and going with my gut feeling on that, instructors, I'm so fortunate I have instructors who are so passionate about what they do. They come to me with ideas all the time. We recently added a class called High Fitness to our schedule, and one of our newer instructors is the one who had brought it up to me, and I had gone through kind of the pros and cons, listened to my gut. We added the class, and it's been a great class so far for our club. It's catered to certain populations that didn't necessarily fit into certain groups, and we really enjoyed adding that program to our class. So I also have learned as a manager to not be stubborn when it comes to adding new programs or even taking away new programs. When people come to me with ideas, it can be tough as a manager to go, what did I think about that? Or, that's gonna be a lot of work. Sometimes I immediately start to think about who's gonna teach it, how many classes are we gonna have a week, how am I gonna change the schedule? It just becomes kind of an overwhelming idea. But coming from it from an outside approach, how can it grow and develop your program and make it different from other programs is important. And I have to learn to not be stubborn about programs that aren't working as well. If they aren't working, you kind of just gotta cut them and be willing to do that. So I've learned a lot about my gut instinct in this position, and it takes experience, just like the science has shown, that our gut becomes more and more accurate once we've had experiences. So I think even if you may go with your gut and it may be wrong, I think we're only humans and we make mistakes. So I hope this helps instructors as well as managers. So as an instructor, maybe it helps you in understanding what us managers are looking for in great instructors, and also getting an idea of what kind of goes in our mind when we create a new program. And I hope this was beneficial. Happy Thursday.